terms of hearing your voice, but there is also work to be done in terms of incorporating all citizens, and especially in allocation of resources. There are things that I don't know whether there is an end to it. One of those things is public participation, because it's a continuous process which has to keep on improving, which has to keep on done better, because there is no perfection to it, but we can always polish it and do better about it. We can take another round. Let
me start. If you continued serving as the chair for budget, my name is Stephen Leto, Citizen TV. If you continued serving as the budget chair, will you allocate in the 2025-2026 financial year 72 billion shillings for chapati?
Let me take a few more. Yes, my brother. That cannot be answered alone.
My name is Daniel Sare from Daily Trends. What do you regret as a national leader in terms of what you are doing, the course that you are holding, and because you've spoken about what you achieved, what did you not achieve that you wanted to achieve?
Let me answer those two, because I was to be precise. Leto, I don't know where you got that math from, and I don't know whether you're asking about Keharu, because we do that in our day schools. We offer that in our day schools once a month. Is it a Keharu question or a national question? Since I am not here now, let me not hypothesize on what I would do if I was one now. But Burisikia hiyo sorry Areto. You want to box me in a corner. I'll answer you that in camera. Because I also don't want to deflect from this. It's a good question, but I also don't want to wander so far. I'll give you that answer later, and I'll also give you a calculator so that you do the right calculations. Daniel from Daily Trades, any regrets? What you could have done better? As I said when I was answering Millicent, budget making as it is in management of leadership is always work in progress. There is no perfection to it. That's why even the most developed countries keep on having new leaders. Otherwise, they could have finished the work and say, sasa tumemaliza, there are no more leaders to be needed. So there is always it's always work in progress to reach where we are headed. He also asked about the regrets. What I believe myself is that I am the sum total of all my experiences, bad and good. And if I want to remove any bad experience from my CV, that is, as a human being, then I am deserting to be who I am. Therefore, very rarely will I have regrets. What I'll have are lessons to do things better. Not about only doing, to treat people better. And if at some point you feel that you've been wronged, I always believe it's an opportunity for you to know how to treat people better when you are at a vantage point. And therefore, no much regret. Yes, sir, my brother.
My name is Mike from ADVERTISE. Now, kwa vile kuna masuala kadhaa umezungumzia pale kuhusiana na uhusiano wako na wakazi wako wa Kiharu, ulichaguliwa moja kwa moja kwa sababu haukuwa na vibango vile kutoka Kiharu. Vile vile ukasema kwamba hakuna yeyote aliyokupigia simu kuhusiana na kazi yako na uhusiano wako wa kikazi. Na labda uhusiano wako na Rais William Ruto umekuwa vipi hivi karibuni, na labda kabla ya kubanduliwa afisini kwa aliyekuwa naibu rais, uhusiano wako na Rais William Ruto ni upi hadi kufikia sasa? Je, amesema na wewe muda wote ule? Umesema na aliyekuwa naibu rais popote kule? Uhusiano wako vile vile na aliyekuwa naibu rais ni upi hadi kufikia sasa?
Mheshimiwa, swali langu ni Ronny kutoka idhaa ya Moreni.
Okay.
Swali langu kwako ni kuhusiana na utendakazi na mchakato kazi wako katika eneo bunge la Kiharu. Binafsi tulitembea huko na tukafanya taarifa kuhusiana na kuimarisha elimu, ndio maana tulipatia makala ya elimu bora na si bora elimu. Hivi sasa umengatuliwa na kuondolewa katika wadhifa ambao umekuwa unashikilia, na hizi tetesi ambazo zimekuwa zikisemekana na viongozi kwamba mgao wako ulielekezwa katika eneo bunge lako, kwa sasa hivi umeondolewa. Je, ujenzi wa shule utaendelea, madarasa yataendelea, kabla zitaendelea na wanafunzi wataendelea kula, au sasa bajeti vile vile itakuwa imefinywa, kuna uwezo zaidi?
Okay. Kidogo tu, the reason you see me answering chache so that I don't also get lost. Let me answer the two very specifically. Mike, you asked about the relationship with our leaders. The position I held is a consultative position in terms of, before a decision is made, there has to be a lot of consultations. But as I said before, because I also don't want to discuss personalities today, the position or the answer I gave before, I think it answers many things. That I have not had any conversation directly or on phone with any leader of our coalition in regards to the position I used to hold. And I think if you look at it, it answers many things also, which I also don't want to go into. In terms of the relationship with other leaders, I respect everyone. I mean, I'm one of those people who believe there's no person who becomes a leader by just being fetched from wherever. There is always a process they go through. Because I am one, I know. And therefore, in terms of, you've asked the relationship between the president and the former deputy president, the position I hold is that I respect every leader. And I could have things I need to talk about. I could have reservations on decisions made, but I don't think it has been within my role to talk about those things, especially in public. The other thing in that question is that maybe for clarity's sake, the last discussion I had with the president of the country, the last political discussion, either a chat or a discussion as it were, was before October of last year. And I would not want, and you permit me to do that, not to discuss any further about any leader, because as you all aware, I stopped serving in my position. It's barely a week. I also need to understand many things before I talk, because I believe as a leader, I mean, I lead people. There are people who look up to us as leaders, and therefore even when you see that I am not answering some questions, it's not because I can't answer them. I believe you have covered me previously, and you know for sure that respectively, in this world I only fear God. So whatever I need to say, I have no reservation of saying. But also, we are given wisdom to say when to say, how to say it. And I believe we are here in Kenya, we'll keep interacting. If there is more to be said, if there is more to be clarified, we are allowed. Ronnie, He has been to Kiharu, by the way, to cover achana na taoja hii ni maji ya dimu kidogo ndio.